Well, what is this video about anyway? Well, yes, you know, it has to do with sealing this floor and the tub surround walls and all the tile in this bathroom. Now, I've already put one coat of sealer on this, and it's looking good too. I put it on the other day, and it says it dries overnight. Can you hear it? Well, I think you can hear it just barely, but if you look on here, this looks pretty shiny too, and the tiles already had a slight low sheen to it before I started sealing these tiles. Now these tiles were 17 years, and I'll bet you it's never been sealed before. The good thing about sealing is it keeps your shower clean. You can rinse it down easier. You can mop the floors every once in a while and know that you've got a nice solid floor, and it's just easier to wipe up and keep clean in your bathroom, and it just makes your ceiling tiles look nice and clean too. Okay, now here I'm just talking to you a few things to do before you just start throwing sealer on the floor. You can't just do that. You know what I ended up doing on this whole thing is I took my simple green, I sprayed it down a few tiles at a time, took a brush to it, and then took wire brush and a small wire brush, cleaned all of the vertical and horizontal grout lines to there. You've got to get the grout lines because that's where lots of your scum is if you look on your tiles, okay? And if you got a shower floor, of course, you know, if you had a shower floor, I would have done the shower floor too, but this just happens to be a tub surround. I'm going to be doing a shower floor in the next bathroom after I get done with this one, but I want to finish this one all the way first, okay? And so I wiped down the tiles, I cleaned the tiles with simple green and let it dry before I applied the first coat of sealer. Okay, you gotta do that. You can't just throw that up on dirty, sticky tiles that has some scum buildup on it, that has, you know, what do you want to call it? Shampoo, dirty shampoo that over the years have just accumulated on here and stuff. You'll see when you start cleaning that off with simple green, you'll see all the stuff that comes off. And so see, when I did the simple green, I did a little section at a time. I did a little bit different than how I normally do it, but I did a little section at a time. I did like this little section, and then as it was still wet, I went over to here and did this, sopped it up a little bit and got it going. Then I went back here and did the grout lines, and then did the edges where I couldn't get with the regular brush, okay? And that, if you put the simple green on, you let it set there and soak in for a few minutes before you do some more scrubbing on it. You'll get it cleaner, okay? Then I wiped that all down, got it ready, and see, on this one, it even had a tile baseboard and the edges going around the tub enclosure. I did those too. I did the baseboard down here. That was tile too. Good grief. And I wanted to do a really good job on this, okay? And so then I went to the store and I had to get some sealer. What kind of sealer did I get? Well, this is what I used. I've never used this before, and I got this at the not Home Depot. I got it at Lowe's. This one happens to be called Valspar Protective Sealer. And see this? It says it's the wet look. And they also have one that is like natural look. And I decided to go with the wet look, which means it shines. It gets kind of shiny, but you know, this stuff here, you see it's got all little nooks and crannies in it already. See that? And so I can get by with the wet look. If this was shiny, tiles to begin with, I couldn't really use the wet look. If I used the wet look, this floor could be slippery. You know, when you get out of the shower and stuff. And of course, we'd have towel, you know, floor mats down anyways. But if you were to get on here, you could possibly slip if you use the wet look on glossy tiles. Okay, but because these have a texture to them, see all the little bumps on here. That told me I could get away with using the wet look. I always like it to have it kind of shiny anyways, and I used to do this in Maui all the time, but that was natural stone floors, and that was all, you know, had nooks and crannies in that too. The shower surrounds, the floors, the bathroom floors, and all that kind of stuff. So I always like to get the stuff that says wet look. If it doesn't say wet look, then chances are it's going to dry natural. Okay? And this stuff, man, it was like $36, but then with tax it was $40. $40 for 1 gallon. And years ago I used to get this stuff called Homax from the Home Depot, and it was $19.99. I could get that all day long for $20 a gallon. Well, hey, 7-8 years later, I couldn't find that anywhere. And I decided to go to Lowe's this time, and I got the Valspar. Now, if you go to Home Depot, they probably won't have Valspar. They'll have their own brand, the Bear sealer, and it looks basically like this. You can get it in a container like this, and you look for the stuff that says wet look. Okay, and on this particular stuff, I read on there, and you put it on. If I wanted to put 2 coats on in one day, as long as I get the first coat on and let it dry for like 2 hours and skin up, it says you can put a second coat on after 2 hours. You don't want to put a second coat on too soon, or else it's going to activate the first coat. Okay, and I'm not in a big time crunch or anything, so I decided to wait until the next day. Okay, and so it's plenty dry, and I'm going to put a second coat on, and that's what I'm getting ready to do. So that's why I decided to make this video. The first coat, I thought, hey, I'm not going to make a video of the first coat. I'm just going to go blow and go, and it didn't take me that long to do this whole thing. It took me about an hour and a half or so, and I took my time on it and stuff. And you know, do I even have to put a second coat? I probably could get by with just 1 coat on here, you know, because it looks so good. But I thought, hey, double my pleasure, double my fun, double the longevity of it. And so I'm going to put a second coat on, because I've got it all. It's not going to take me that long to put a second coat on, so why not put a second coat on? So that's another reason why I'm making this video, and I'm gonna put a second coat on. I'm just showing you kind of the stuff that I'm using. I didn't really have to use very much. I got this rag in case I spill a little bit. Got my knee pad, obviously, and I'm just using my little paint tray, and I've got this container here. I've used this for sealer before, and I just pour a little bit in there. And initially I was thinking, should I use something like this and just put my sealer in here? I could clean that out a little bit better at the bottom, and go out of there. That way I can get up real high, and I don't have to keep dipping it into a pan. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that, because when I go, I want to just saturate my paintbrush enough, just enough, and be able to kind of wipe it off and kind of clean off. That's why I thought I would use this instead of this. So I'm not even using that. Okay, I was just showing you. You know, if you're thinking about using that, don't use that. I mean, I would have had to have used that if these tile walls were like, say, 10 feet tall or something. As it is, it's 8 feet, and I can put this. I just set that right on top of my top of my little ladder here, and then I step up to there, and then I can dip and go from there. And you see, I'm not doing anything special. This is just a throwaway paintbrush. and I used it for the first time for the first coat. This is just one of those throwaways, and see, happens to be a 3-inch. I could have used a 4-inch, and I was thinking that around the edges I might even have to use my 1.5 of my 2-inch. So here's my 2-inch. I always have a throwaway paintbrush. I didn't even end up using this one. I thought I was going to have to use that, but I got good enough to where all I ended up having to do was use this 3-inch, and I would have used a 4-inch had I had a 4-inch, but I didn't. And see, when I got all done, I poured the excess back in here and then just let this kind of dry. And I didn't have to rinse that out. I didn't even have to rinse out this brush, but now check it out. This brush is stiff. Look at that. It's like, how on earth am I going to use that? But did you know, on sealer, I didn't rinse this out before. I didn't have to, because with the sealer, once you put a little bit of sealer in there, I can work this back and forth, and then this brush is going to get just as good as it was beforehand. Okay, and that's what I'm going to use. That's it. So you know what was this? 40 bucks with tax. My little trays, my little plastic inserts. I'm not going to mess up my brand new thing. This thing's like 5 or 6 years old, because I always use these for my paint, my plastic tray liners, and my sealer. And you know, could I have used sealer in a paint tray that already had paint in it, semi-gloss paint, from being dry for 3 or 4 days? I'm not sure, because depending how long you have your sealer in there, it could reactivate this paint. I'm not sure if it could or not. I didn't want to take the chance. I had an extra little paint tray, and I thought, nothing doing, I'm going to use that. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do, and I'm going to get started in a few minutes. But a couple more things to say on this preview of the video for sealing your floors and tile shower walls. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.